Here we are with another little video, a new Xbox Elite Series 2 controller, and that will be replacing the Series 1 that I have here, and I'll show you why in just a second. It's not going to be a review because obviously I'm just opening it right now, so it's going to be more of like a first impressions and comparison video. So let's just get to it. This is a thick pack of papers. Let's put this back in. Oh, there's a pocket here. Ah, cable. Nice braided cable. Appreciate it. And here is the first reason to switch. USB-C, thank God. The other one was micro USB, which is it just pisses me off. But then that other controller, I've had it for about 5-6 years now. So you can excuse why that'll be micro USB for so long ago. This is quite long. I'm not sure exactly how long, but I'll say at least 5 meters. Which for a controller, you know, you kind of need it. Even though the controller actually works wireless by either using the dongle that you can buy separately or via Bluetooth, which is the second reason why I'm upgrading. And here's to the controller itself. So, actually not the controller itself, the case. Let's compare. So, the old case, new case. New one is a little smaller, not by much. And the texture, don't know if the camera is making that super clear, but you can see the new one is a little more of a fine texture versus the old one. So let's get them out. Oh, actually, before I do that, this is another reason why I wanted to switch. New case has a charging port right here, which means you can charge the controller when it's in the case, which is awesome. I really love that feature. So let's open it. It looks so nice. Much similar to the old one with a few small changes. Let's take it out. Yeah, so this is, ooh, microfiber cloth. I'm guessing to clean it, but it's kind of attached here. But obviously these are the contacts where the controller connects to if you want to charge it in the case. So obviously with this on, it's not going to work. So I'm guessing you're supposed to take this off. Yeah. Really nice little microfiber thingy with an adhesive tape on the back. Interesting. Yeah, and then you have your replacement thumbsticks and such. Ah, but this is different than the old one in a few ways. Let's open the old one so I can go over that. So this one has two cables, and the reason for this is because this is the cable that came with it, And this is another reason why I wanted to switch. The old one came with a battery compartment. You had to buy this separately, which is a battery that just recharges and you never take it out, which is how every controller is supposed to work. But I guess 5-6 years ago that wasn't the standard. I'm glad that it is now. So when you bought this extra thing, it also came with a braided cable. So I keep the other one in the case just for backup. So here's some of the differences. The grips on the old one are gray. This is black. The pedals are silver. This one is more of like a space black. I say space black because Apple uses that name, but you know, it's just a darker graphite kind of tone. And then the pedals themselves are a little different. See, like they're smaller on the new one. I don't know if I like that, but I'm also highly doubtful that that'll make any difference in the usage. The pedals are actually the main reason why I switched to the Elites instead of like a normal Xbox controller. I love the pedals. I never use the top triggers because I use these instead. It's much better. Other difference, of course, is that this has the charging port. This does not. Micro USB on this one. USB-C. The color of these is also darker in the new one, and the triggers are textured here. If you actually use them, you might find that better because your fingers won't slip as much. Logo is a little bigger, but also a little darker here, less pronounced. And they got rid of all of the green accents. There was green here and green here, no longer present here and here. This on top is the sync button, by the way. That's what you press to get it to sync with a dongle, or I think Bluetooth is also going to work like that. Yeah, and then on the front, they got rid of this part. Now it's like a one-piece front with the top part actually being only at the top. These ABXY looks exactly the same. Start and select exactly the same. Old one had a select rocker here. New one is only a press. And I think these are 3 lights here, maybe to show you which profile you're on. No lights here. And I'm not sure these rings here, maybe they light up. Well, I think they light up on this too. I don't remember actually. I was using it today and I don't remember that. D-pad. Yeah, both of them come with a classic cross choice or the round one. I prefer the classic cross. So I'm gonna swap it out right now. If I can get it out. Oh, there we go. And the back of this also attaches to this quite nicely. Here we go. We have a cross now. And now let's look at the accessories a little bit. Obviously, this is just a foam thing to help the controller sit in there exactly perfectly. This one is actually a dock, right? Because you charge it. So cool. And then you have these. Old one came with 2 domed thumbsticks. New one does not. These are actually just a little wider and they don't have the texture around them like these other ones, the default ones on the controller have. And then this one is a taller one. I think they did this because most people only use the taller one on one of the thumbsticks. The old controller actually came with 2 tall ones. The ones that are here are the short ones because I actually use the 2 tall ones on both places. But it did bother me a little bit on the right side, so I guess having the tall one only on the left is enough. And then they only have 1 domed one and it's short. So before you had too short, too long with the concave setup. Wait, is that concave or convex? Don't remember. You had 2 inside short and 2 inside long, and then 2 short domed ones, like so. Now you have 1 long textured and then 1 short domed, and then 2 short non-textured beveled ones. Beveled? Yeah, I'll call them beveled. And then this is the new thing, right? The thing in the middle here. This is actually a key for you to control your tension on these. I'm thinking like by default they feel a little more stiff than this one, but that might be because this has seen 5 years of use. This one is a little more stiff, and I think if I crank it a little more, I'm gonna like it more. Oh, and it's notched. Let me see. Yeah, like it's notched. It's not loose. So like when you change it, I don't know if you can hear that. Let me change the microphone. I'm gonna do it again. Let me turn it on the side. There we go. Slight click. And that's as far as it goes. Let's see what that feels like. Oh, actually, I think I loosened it. So, counterclockwise is probably gonna mean more tension. Let's see. I don't feel a lot of difference. Maybe it's only when it's on. Let me try it again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a difference for sure. Yep. And I like it stiffer. Prefer it that way. Yeah, that's better. Cool. So a little bit more customization. And the other difference that I didn't mention in the back is that these switches here change how far the triggers travel, right? So in the bottom setting on the old one, it would go this far. In the top setting, it goes all the way in. Can you see that? All the way in versus about halfway in. New one has 3 settings. So right now it's going all the way in. Middle goes about halfway, and then bottom it becomes kind of like a click. Very slight amount of travel. So that means it's a little more sensitive, but it's also like if you're playing a game that has any kind of analog function where how far you move this becomes important, this takes it all off. Now it's just a press. There's no axle. You know what I mean? Like there's no in between. It's either out or in. And then you can go halfway, which means it presses a little bit, or make it press all the way. Also, when it's on this setting, you can feel that there's like a rubber resistance on the inside, whereas on the other two, you can feel that the latch is a little stiffer. I don't use the top ones, so for me, it's kind of irrelevant. I'm using these anyway. Also, these are a little clickier than the old ones. You can barely hear it, right? But again, maybe it's from me using it 5 years, because I don't remember how it was in the beginning. But I like how clicky these feel. So yeah, that's it for unboxing first impressions and why I replaced it. After I've been using it for a while, I'm gonna post a review. But for now, that's it.